Hey guys, welcome back for another video. We are installing garage door installation kits. Got a lightning storm going on from Lowe's. 2 of these are needed for a 2-car garage door. It was 133 bucks with tax out the door. It's simply blocks of foam that are pre-cut with slats so they can bend. We have to simply take off the horizontal braces off the door. Well, you may not have them here in Florida. These are for hurricane protection. So I need to wait till the storm passes. I'm gonna have the wife back out. I'm gonna unbolt. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 12 bolts per horizontal brace. Just pull them off. That gives us access to each of these sections here. We measure from the inside of each brace on the door, trim off the edges of these. The little pieces get tucked in underneath and they simply fold and pop up in each section. I'm not going to be doing the windows because I love the light that the windows give, so it's not going to be 100% effective, but it's going to be darn close. Now, there's no scientific way for me to measure the difference. It's going to be completely subjective, but I've been working out here in the garage every day for weeks on different projects, working on the bike, doing stuff with tools, blah, 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 blah. It's unbearably hot right now with the door open or closed. It's better with it open, but with it closed, it is like a sauna, and it's radiant heat. Now, I do have a nice tree in the front, but the sun is directly hitting the door and the roof directly above this for 7-8 hours a day. So it just gets hot from the radiant heat. You can put your hand on the garage door and it's like, whoa, that's hot. Now, I've used the cheaper shrink wrap bubble wrap and foil type that are self-adhesive on my dad's garage door. His was even worse. He got even more direct sun and you couldn't go in the garage. It was just unbearably hot. We put that on and it made a little difference. Not a whole lot. Still way hotter in the garage than outside with that. But you know, it was better than nothing. Let me put it that way. But it was also dirt cheap. I think I spent 50 bucks total for his kit. This foam is supposed to be a lot more efficient. So I will simply put it on, and over the next couple days, I'll be out here. We've got the same upper 90s degrees sunny weather every single day with the afternoon storms. So I will have a very good gauge of, can I notice a difference? Let's see. So while I wait for the rain to finish up, I'm cutting all the sections. Your door is probably going to have different dimensions than mine. I've got 2 that I need to measure for, these outside wide ones, and then 4 rows of this thinner inside because I've got extra vertical rails. And I have something here that's probably a little different. Normally with the wide sections, you've got lips under both ends. You've got about 1.5 inches under the left and the right. So what you do is you measure the actual opening, slide the big piece in, slide it over a little bit, and then stuff one end with a thinner strip. So that way you're creating an entire barrier as much as possible. The idea behind this whole thing is you create an air gap between the foam and the door. So the foam will be slightly bowed. So you'll have this, just a little bit of air gap in between, and that's what gives you the insulation. But on these smaller ones, these are L brackets. So I have no lip on one side, just here. Just about done. Last 4 little panels to go in. Let me give you some tips. Number 1, most important, don't do this in the middle of summer. I'm not sorry I'm doing it, but I'm on my 3rd shirt change. I've had to take a break every 20 minutes about having heat stroke. 2, if you are in any zones with reinforcement bars, take them off in stages. That way, if you need to raise the door, like I did here to get the last section, because my back does not allow me to work down on the ground, you can do so. If you took them all off, you wouldn't be able to open the door. It would just be all flimsy. 3, what a mess. This would be a lot easier with 2 people. I'm doing everything alone. Not a huge deal. If you pick the braces up right in the center, have the bolt ready in the gun, you can zip one in and get everything going, but it would be so much easier with 2 people. Styrofoam bits and little pieces everywhere. So I'm just gonna have a big mess to sweep up when I'm done. But wow, I'm not gonna say this is easy. It is simple. It's just measuring, cutting, and squishing, but these panels, they do not deform as easily as the instructions would have it seem. Or maybe my door is a little out of normal spec, or the sheets are, I don't know. But getting them in is all in the fingertips, and man, my fingertips are about raw. It's just such a tight fit. There are score marks on the back side of this, so it's supposed to be able to arc a little bit so you can manipulate it in. Nah, doesn't work. Those lines are basically there to prevent it from snapping. That's it. This just doesn't give. It's very stiff. So you've got about a 1/2 inch of overhang that you have to roll with your fingertips. And man, it takes everything I've got, because you have to lift it up at the same time and just roll it. Kind of like, I don't know, like a headliner in a car, but really stiff. So that's that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up, and then in a few days, I'll let you know what I think. And done. All right. That looks really nice. I wasn't expecting the nice white to make such a difference to the room, but it really cleans it up. Got to wipe off my greasy paw marks though. All right, now to let it set. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'll come back in the afternoon. I don't need to open it for hours, so this will be a good test. We got another upper 90s day. Okay, moment of truth. It's been sitting out there, door closed, direct sun for the last 6 hours. We're in the mid 90s again. It's as hot as it gets. Let's see how different, if at all, it is. Noticeable. No one's going to confuse it for air conditioning, but it is noticeable. I'm actually surprised. I was kind of doubting it. Okay, to put it in perspective, it is about the difference between before and after it rains. However much that cools the air temp, maybe 10 degrees. It's not bad in here. Before, I mean, you would notice it just by breathing. You could feel the heat in the air. It's still humid in here, but it is a lot different. Okay, yes, well worth $133. Absolutely, 100%. I can't help it's gonna think, I can't think to help it's gonna help the air conditioning, because house is against that wall, house is against that wall, attic up above, but I mean, those walls were obviously getting heat. I would imagine this is just gonna be ambient temp, and it is. Oh yeah, windows. Now I didn't want to cover these windows up because I love the light functionally. The natural light in here makes a huge difference to using the garage. So I know that these are affecting the difference as well, but I'm not giving up the function. But putting your hand on here, huge difference. You do this and the foam actually feels cold after coming off the window. I mean, it's at least 10 degrees hotter. That's not even a question. Even the metal's hot compared to the foam. So yeah, definitely works for radiant heat barrier. Very cool. So there you go, guys. Real world example. Every install is going to be a little different, but there you go. That's it. Hope it helps.